G'day and welcome to Gatekeeper's coverage of the RPM Discs WA Open for 2023. This final round coverage has been brought to you by RAD, Gatekeeper Media and Disc Golf Justice. Boys, we are at the stellar Mundaring Disc Golf Course located just outside of Perth in Western Australia. And we are the Tee Off Podcast. My name is Tim Bowen and I'm joined by Paddy Robertson and Andrew Ferguson. And we're stoked to bring you some more commentary for this Gatekeeper coverage of an awesome Aussie event.
What a final round it is going to be as well. We've got Blake Houston, Connor Donnelly, both 13 under par, Austin D'Alessandro, 11 under par, and Alex Kynaston back onto the lead card with 7 under par. What a cracking final round.
3 local boys, I like it. Who else is in the mix? We've got Jay there at 4 under, Dan Frost 4 under, Jacob Davies 4 under. They're a little off the pace there, so yeah, it's going to be really interesting. Hole 1, par 4, 225 metres. Such a fun starting hole. You've got this absolute booming drive opportunity. You've got to navigate this scrape on the side there and then funneling into the basket here. OB threatening on the left-hand side as well. So yeah, it should be a cracking hole to start.
Bit breezy for this final round as well, and I believe it is a headwind, so making this tee shot very, very tricky.
I think it's definitely a headwind because those flying disc store banners are just facing us. Oh, hang on, no, the flying disc store banner's facing that way now. That's fine. That's okay. Sorry.
Right.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. Good old Kenny Summers there on there.
Here's Blake.
Intros too.
He managed to find OB long right in the second round. He's going to try to avoid that this time around, throwing his Discraft Venom.
Nah, throw it at the pin, Blake.
I think a nice low hyzer flip is the play. A little high, but it's turning nicely.
Ooh, this is risk of OB again, surely.
I think that is...
Oh, did that tree save him?
Oh, looked like that was going to go OB. He's very close. He's safe. Happy days.
The absolute tin ass.
That long OB right is in nobody's wheelhouse except Blake and I think Alex Kynaston as the world distance junior champion.
Far out, man.
I certainly didn't worry about it, that's for sure.
That's
Here
a good break.
Another young gun, Connor Donnelly, sponsored by Disc Golf Warehouse. He's been playing clean all tournaments so far.
Loving the shirt.
I'm loving the strut.
Far out. Look at this thing.
That's an absolute custom Disc Golf Warehouse street team shirt he's wearing there. I love it.
Keeping a nice low hyzer, I think, here. And that's looking real tidy. If it gets a little nice skip off the path... it's hit some rocks and just checked up. But, man, do you remember his upshot from this position in the second round?
Mate,
Amazing.
That was the shot of round 2.
I want to see it again. He's going to do it again.
Best shot I've seen so far, that's for sure.
And not to be one who's going to be a shameless player. Oh, no, look, the basket's gone now. I was going to say there's a nice little Rad V2 basket over there, but just another shameless one. That's it.
All right.
Purple shorts are back.
Austin cranking a nice hyzer flip up to flat and a little bit of turn if you don't mind. What a shot.
Yeah.
That is dead centre cut of the fairway.
I really like that adjustment from Austin. He's got a bit of a win read from the first 2 drives and, yes, definitely capitalised there.
Tawny nerves, OB left and a headwind to start. Man, these boys are making it look very, very easy. Now here's Alex Kynaston, Team Innova, as we said, distance world champion at the ripe old age of 15. Let's see if he can get anywhere near Blake's drive.
I was just trying to do some math in my head. What is the average age of this lead card? Probably, 19?
7.
Look at this from Alex. Started on hyzer, turned a heap. Benny Kennedy scared on catch cam. And unfortunately, that looks like it's trickled long right. Insane distance.
And gets the red
Getting
flag.
The red flag. Not how you want to start your round, but he is all the way down there. Hopefully he's got a little forehand flick or a tight little line through the trees to get up and down for the par. Here's Connor trying to replicate that buttery turnover from round 2. Oh. Looks a little high, a little turned over. But fought through nicely. He'll have a 20...
Circle 2?
Yeah, maybe like a 20 metre, 21 metre putt for the birdie.
All right, let's see if Austin can...
No, Austin, that is a full shank.
Little too straight out of the hand. He was hoping for that to flip, but he really didn't give it a chance.
Yeah, straight out of bounds. I actually don't mind the forehand from that position.
Blake
Out
was
over
fortunate
OB.
to stay in bounds, but got a really awkward position here. He's had nothing but a little hip pocket flick. He's done very nicely there.
Very
Good little
well from
roll
there.
too. And what is putting for bird?
Yep.
Circle edge.
That looks straight out of Ultimate Frisbee. That was a hybrid shot out of the hip pocket.
Alex needs to get around this tree, and he does. And
Oh,
that's
mate.
Look at
just
that from
perfect.
Alex. Unfortunate to find OB off the tee, but what a forehand from that angle.
So you would take a drop-in par with the bogey on this hole any day.
Absolutely. So Austin, I don't know if he's really got the ceiling to run this from about 30 metres out. He's just done a little sidestep jump putt. I like the move on that. He'll be in for the bogey. Not how you want you to start your round, but hole one is very tricky, so bogeys do come into play. Didn't see a whole lot of birdies.
Or kind of with a safe little bid there.
He'll settle for par at best, but he'll probably be getting a shot on Austin, and he may stay at 13 down, tied with Blake, unless Blake can hit this one. Oh, just low, hitting the tray. As Connor tidies up the par.
Yeah, this played pretty hard in this round, opening hole. It actually played at 4.17, so over par.
I can see that. Just the wind and final round nerves with the gallery. Easy to get a bogey. And Austin carding the lone one on the card. As we move over to hole 2, which is a par 4, 200 metres, another downhill tee shot to start, and more OB on the left. I just want to throw something low speed, overstable, that's going to check up before this OB creek, because it's pretty far to cross off the tee. And then you've got one Mando to contend with, keeping you left of the trees, but it's a fairly routine par 4, this one. Definitely one you want to get. Blake's just throwing his zone off the box, keeping it nice and low, and in the middle of the fairway. Great shot for Blake.
We're seeing him do that every round now. It's very consistent.
Connor here, keeping this one nice and low, which is very handy in the wind. It's going to be a little bit short, but he's dead centre fairway, so he'll be right from there.
Yeah, that's quite short. That'll leave a bit of extra work to do on the second shot. Alex, that does look like a bit of a shank. That needs to get down in a hurry. I don't think it is. And that's trickling out OB on the left-hand side. He did progress quite far, though. He'll have a big forehand in for the par save.
That's tough, mate. That's 2 OB drives on the first 2 holes. Is not really how you want to start your round.
Good shot from Austin, middle of the fairway. He'll certainly have a look for the birdie. So, Connor, let's see how far away he is from the pin. It's going to take a full power backhand turnover. Looks like that's unfurling a bit early.
I mean, he's just there for the par now.
Absolutely. And there's no risk with the second shot, really. There is a Mando, but it's just to stop people from going up the road on the right-hand side there. No OB on the left or long, so hanging it out to the left, no problems for Connor.
Austin's kind of left this one a little bit wide on a few occasions now, but he's got in the circle here.
Yeah, smooth from Austin.
Oh, I've never seen Austin ever miss a 9-metre putt, so that should be no problems for Austin.
Ooh, this could be a little bit right.
It's a bit skinny.
Yeah, a bit short, bit right, but I reckon he's maybe just edge a circle for a look there at the bird.
Yeah, he'll probably have a similar distance to Austin, I would have thought. Alex, from that OB tee shot.
Oh, this thing's coming back. I'm not sure what it is, but we saw this in the first round, and it seems like a very overstable disc.
Yeah, that had a bit of patented Timmy Bowen flex on it, if I do say so myself. But lucky it was overstable enough to get back. Connor from range. This is a decent bid.
Oof.
On the stripe, he'll take that. Easy par, 2 clean pars to start the round, Connor. You certainly wouldn't argue with that.
This is a nervy putt from Alex for par.
Just outside circle.
Oh, look at that.
Confident
Jeez.
putt.
Yeah, that looked in the whole way.
He's got 2 OB pars so far, Alex. If he's like, I'll just keep it in bounds, I'd have some green on the scorecard.
Austin, you called it, Tim. He
I
doesn't
called it.
miss.
When you wear feature card purple pants like that, Fergie, you have to be able to can those 9-metre putts.
Absolute.
And Austin absolutely can.
Deep gatekeeper purple there.
Here's Blake to
Oh.
return. Unfortunately, a little left, little low, just off the tray.
I mean,
Settle for the par.
is Grimace a good nickname for Austin? Because he doesn't smile all that much either, does he?
And he's got the Grimace purple. I like it, Paddy. I think I prefer Aussie D, though.
Yes.
It's got a particular ring to it. So we move on to hole 3. Fergie, what are we watching here?
We've got a 115-metre par 3. You're playing uphill. You've got some trees to deal with on your right-hand side here, and I believe a little bit of OB. You've got the sand scrape on the left. It doesn't come into play too much because it does kind of go uphill, but really you want a big turnover shot to get yourself up the hill and have a chance at a bird.
Now, we've watched Austin really emphasise the turnover here, hanging out wide left with a lot of angle. He's done the same again.
This has definitely more
No.
power than what we saw in the second round, but still short. Very short.
Yeah, similar result, just fading out a little early into the hill of that OB sand scrape green.
Blake, again, trying to not throw too far. This one's actually going to be hyzering out straight towards the OB.
It's drifting, and he's
Yeah.
actually found it. So Blake, unfortunately, got the curse of the big arm. He can find that OB sandscape green, which I couldn't dream of reaching.
Connor in his Aloha shirt.
This looks a bit early too.
Yeah, it's
Oh, I
probably
like
got it-
this. If it stays up, yeah.
Probably short enough.
I like the angle. It just needed to be a bit higher. It is quite uphill, this tee shot. Alex with plenty of power. Let's see if he can put a move on it.
This looks great.
Mr. Flex.
Yeah,
Good.
it's burnt a little early. He's got about an 18, 19 metre putt for the birdie.
Yeah. Definitely corrected off the angle of the other three players though.
Should be a routine up and down for Connor. He's gone a little long, though.
That's going to be a bit of a nervy putt. Wonder what was the wind doing? Oh, okay, it's a little bit right to left. That would have affected those turnover shots for sure.
Alex here with a bit of a look and a little bit too high.
I certainly felt the wind was swirly in this final round. But Connor there throwing the Caster Plus Berg. I don't think that cares about the wind, so no excuse there for Connor.
I think I can actually see clouds in the sky as well for once in Perth. So
That's it. Little gloomy.
something's wrong.
Blake unfortunately couldn't capitalise on that high vantage point for the OB par. He'll have to settle for the bogey. And Austin leaving that a little low as well.
Giving it a run though. I like it. What do you reckon? He's about 20 metres there?
Oh, a little bit closer. I
Bit
think
of-
maybe
bit-
could have been
yeah.
like a 14-metre putt. And Connor
Connor.
might be the first real blemish, unforced error we've seen from Connor. He was only 50 metres away for the up and down, and he's put it at circle's edge and missed the putt. Very unfortunate.
Alex sneaking that one in low left.
Maybe he's a little bit of nerves on that putt from Alex. But hey, it's in.
Here's Connor for the comebacker. Doesn't make the same mistake twice. He's in for the bogey. Drops him back to 12 down, though, and Blake will be grateful he missed that putt because he's also going to drop a stroke back to 12, and all of a sudden, Austin's one back at
I know.
11 down.
Starting to tighten up by hole 3 already. Look out. Very solid.
You can't forget, Alex is there at 7-2, not too far back as we move on to hole 4, 150-metre par 4. You can throw a backhand or a forehand turnover off the tee. You want to land somewhere near the entrance to these two tunnels. They're both equally treacherous. You can go down this left one with the drone with a forehand, or the right hand shapes up for a nice backhand zone, backhand approach putter.
You really want to try and be pretty straight and bite off a little bit off the tee. This looks like it's leaking left. Oh, no.
Just at the lip there.
That looked very left.
Very
I'm
nice,
surprised
yeah.
that checked up so nicely for Austin there.
It's quite an interesting tee sign, this one, when putting those designs together. Way
That
it
came
just
out
plays.
a little right for Alex, so he'll be having to twist something down the fairways for the second shot. Blake with that Raptor.
Oh, this is looking a little left.
Maybe
Might
on
find
that
himself
left.
in trouble.
Ooh.
Only a couple of metres off the fairway, but he's going to have some sort of little funky forehand flex out.
Looks like he got long enough to come in that little sweet spot where there's a bit more space.
I like this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Say the same thing, Paddy. Love this from Connor.
We saw him do this in the second round.
Nice and low, getting the ground to come into play very early and check up before the big skip. Yeah, this is a great spot for Austin.
Let's
Stand
see it.
still, hyzer approach.
This is his bread and butter, really.
And
Yeah.
that'll be a birdie.
Parked.
Spoilers, that's parked.
Yeah.
Bit more green on the scorecard for Austin.
That's a big throw as well. Like, Blake and Connor at +1. Austin's there.
And look at this from Alex.
Nice
Off
from
the
Alex.
fairway, sliced some trees to get back on the fairway, and he's all of a sudden putting for birdie as well.
Beautiful.
Very happy with that.
Connor's deep, isn't he?
Oh, it's a little right from Connor, and it looks like he did catch a tree. So he'll be outside circle for the birdie look, but nevertheless...
We'll have a look.
We'll have a look. This is where Blake got to, so he's got having to go with that overstable forehand flex. That is almost vertical out of his hand, but it panned out.
He's definitely getting through the trees.
Not a
Blake.
bad result.
This
Not
whole
a bad
tournament, yeah.
We're just outside circle for Blake, do you think?
I think so.
Yep.
Connor from range.
What a putt.
Oh, he's...
Huge putt.
I think it's that Hawaiian shirt. Go and enjoy your Mai Tai, mate.
All right.
With Austin Park, that was a clutch putt from Connor. Blake from range as well.
Whoa!
Not to be outdone.
The boys have come to play in this final round.
Jog it in, mate.
Far out. How's that? There's a statement. We see you parked there, Austin, but
You're not
doesn't
getting
worry us.
You're not getting a stroke, mate.
Far out. Huge from the boys.
Great work from
Ooh.
Alex to get this close from that out of position tee shot.
We're going to see a star frame.
I think we might see a star frame.
Are they going to rattle? Get in there.
I mean, Austin loves a rattle. Look at how enthusiastic he is.
Oh.
Well done, boys.
Jeez,
Give it a
definitely
shake.
grimace, man. Alrighty, next up, hole 5, par 3, 100 metres. Probably one of the trickiest and most technical par 3s on the course. You really need to flex a righty backhand, overstable driver in to get that turn, navigate this curvy fairway and get to the green. And this looks perfect. Oh, I love it out of the hand. Finally, we've seen one get through. I mean, he is a bit on the right-hand side, but basket high, he'll have a look at the birdie there for sure.
Yeah, hugging the right side all the way down. This fairway is so narrow, Paddy, to get one that pured by Austin. Huge at this moment in the round.
This looks pretty nice from Alex. Oh, no. It just needed to get past that tree. And
A fraction more turn. And look, the left kick looks like death from this camera angle, but it's not as bad as a right kick. Take my word for it.
All right, let's see what Blakey can do. I like this angle.
Yes, please.
needs a
needs
bit more height.
All right,
Good
he's right
little,
there.
that last little tree kick put him closer to the pin, so you'll take that.
What can Connor do?
Oh, this looks early left, and looks like it's been clopped over to the left. He'll be joining Alex on that left side.
All right, this played pretty hard on the day. It's almost playing a full stroke over par.
That one came out a bit strange, but seems to have worked through. He's going to have a
Yeah,
chance
went
at a
there.
par save.
Looks like he was going for the Anheuser forehand, which, if you're opting for that shot, you know you're in a bad spot, I think.
Oh, no.
Here's
That's
Connor almost getting there, but he'll be having to hit a big putt to save the par. Well outside circle. Perhaps even outside circle 2, giving it the lofty Heiser bid. Oh,
top.
almost dunking it in again. Seen that a few times from
Yeah,
Connor.
he's looked
Is
dangerous.
it time to tell him there's actually a lid on the baskets?
one thing that Austin doesn't know or doesn't need is lids on baskets. He goes 145 kilometres an hour straight.
And a chain out.
Well, it was a little right.
Yeah, that's a bit gross though. That was a good run.
That was a fair run.
And with no birdie chances on the card, it's time to shout out FPO's Sarah Lee for carding the birdie on this hole. The tee pads didn't change for FPO, so to wind one down this fairway and hit the putt, huge from Sarah.
Huge.
Ended up taking out the tournament.
Absolutely she did. And great putt from Alex.
Yeah.
Great par save.
That was one of the jankiest approach shots I've ever seen, and he capitalised, getting to edge of circle, canning it for the par.
All right, in for par. Oh, no. I jinxed him.
Blakey boy, that's one he'll want back for sure.
Yeah, that one hurts.
Connell settling for the bogey. He'll drop to 12 back. And Blakey, unfortunately,
Drop back too. Are we going to see
will also
it
drop
all
straight.
tied up?
Look at that. 3
All right.
players at 12 down. Alex only 4 back at 8 down through 5 holes, boys. Don't go anywhere. Fergie, hole 6. What are we looking at?
It's 190 metres. It's a par 4. You want to hang it out wide. There is basically a artificial OB river, if you like, running through. So you want to kind of come up short and give yourself an opportunity to hit this narrow approach to the basket, either straight or maybe a slight little turnover, depending on where your disc lands. Austin looks like he's going to be in a reasonable position. He might be kind of hyzering in. That's a flirting with OB? No.
No, he's probably about 5 metres short. I mean, that's what I remember how to play this hole. Just a hyzer, something overstable. Let it dig in.
It's a bit of a Winthrop Gold special, this one. Artificial OB, so none of the viewers have any idea where they want to land. But basically, something overstable, check it up before the OB hazard, and then you've got a bit of a tight tunnel shot, which that looks a little left. It's going to be having to hyzer something in from that spot, although he does like it, him and Alex.
I would like to see the OB change a little bit on this hole to maybe have a bit more risk reward.
I think it just caps people's tee shot at exactly 110 metres tops. I'd like to see Blake and Alex crank one as far as they possibly can and Austin go for the roller, Keep it. If you've got that extra distance or you've got the trick shot, go for it.
All right.
It's Connor from roughly 110 metres.
This is a good bit of pop.
Very nice looking shape.
Beautiful.
And rolling up there.
Man.
Look at that.
He's corrected from the second round where he came a little short, and that is absolutely bullseye.
And he's the first to throw as well, putting pressure on the rest of the card. I love it.
No pressure, lads.
Austin looks like he's matched it, and that's wrapped around the last couple of trees,
yes.
rolling up. Your move, Blake and Alex. Alex first to act.
They're
Little
gonna have
pinched off on the left, have to hyzer it a bit more.
Ooh, this
little
looks
wide.
a little right. Can it skip back? Oh, not a bad tree kick, but he will be outside the circle on that putt.
Little short. I don't think they're meaning to come in the back door, and Blake definitely not meaning to come in the side door. That's kicked down. I believe that might be
Is that OB?
very, very close to kicking back into the OB. He's not sure. I think he might have been safe if he's progressed to this point.
So pretty straightforward up and down.
Oh, he's done well from there.
I don't know if that was that straightforward, Paddy. That looked pretty wooded. He's done well to scramble the...
I hold Blake to a very high standard, mate.
yeah, as you should.
Alex here from just outside circle 1. Lofty bid, off the
Oh.
top.
Boys, those yellow things on top of the baskets are the band. Short of that is what you're aiming for. Austin smashing one in for the birdie.
Huge.
As will Connor. He's sitting there, 3-4 metres? Very nice approach. Alex in for the par, and we believe Blake's tapping in a par, but that second shot looks like it could have been a penalty.
Not after we see this tap in from Connor. Lovely birdie. Really good hole to birdie this one, actually, because it's very easy to par. Blake. And unfortunately, he does card a bogey there, so he drops 2 back now from Connor and Austin.
Very unfortunate to cross the OB and then kick back into it. Paddy, hole 7.
All right, this is hole 7, par 4, 175 metres. I think a forehand off the tee to get you into position to actually attack this tunnel, but it's such a delicate position placement off the tee to attack this tunnel. We'll see what these guys do.
Oh, left of the tree again, Austin.
Jeez.
He did that in the second round, didn't he? That is
Not so lucky this time, though.
so yanked.
I mean, he's probably at the right angle to look at the tunnel, but he's probably about 70 metres back from it. So
This looks a bit skinny here from Connor. He's turned that one over, and that's going to stay turned over. He's in the rough on the right.
Yeah, the backhand turnover is a much higher rate of difficulty and a higher rate of mistakes off the box. The forehand's a much simpler shot. As Alex is demonstrating here.
yeah, if this is too overstable, though, he might be okay there, actually.
Yeah, that was a good ground reaction, actually. Want to hang it out a little straighter and a little left. Not like Blake.
Oh.
I think that might be good if it just gets down to the ground as quick as it can. Yep.
Yeah.
Not off the fairway.
Yeah, it took a
No
little
problem
pace
at
off.
all.
You might have to flex something a little more, but
So none of those were great tee shots, but look, if you can settle for a par on hole 7, you take it. Austin way out of position. Oh, he's
Is he
been
going roller?
ultra aggressive.
oh my
How-
goodness.
How has he done this? I mean,
Wow.
that's a pretty decent result.
That's dead center in that little approaching fairway there. So
Taking on the roller on this hole is reckless. I'm just going to say it.
If you're his caddy there, what would the comments be?
Well, I think the game plan with Austin would have been just go as far down there as you possibly can, and don't worry about being on or off the fairway. Just close enough to scramble, which is not a bad tactic, I guess.
Oh, come back.
Here's Blake trying to turn over the zone.
Oh.
What a tree kick.
What is it with this hole and Blake Houston?
Bam, bam, thank you, ma'am.
he got a little kiss last time, didn't he?
Yeah, 100%. That's the second bit of tree love he's had on this hole.
Same shot, too. I think it's like a jawbreaker zone.
That's
Loves the
insane.
trees. Alex, a little too turned over, but man, is it fighting
You
all the
take
way to
that.
Circle's Edge.
Take that all day. I love it.
Here's Connor from just short of the drop zone of the Mando. Oh,
Yes.
It's tricky from there. It's a very tricky. I mean, you're basically throwing the drop zone there, and it is a tricky little 50-meter approach.
Yeah, I think it was Damon Williams made it look real easy on round 2, and it is not an easy shot by any means. Austin with a fortuitous middle of the fairway
One rock.
result from the second shot, and just had to flick something down the tunnel. Here's Connor from range. And unfortunately, he's continuing the pattern of birdie, bogey, birdie, bogey. He's tapping in another bogey on hole 7.
It's a big putt from Austin here. This for par?
And it's a clean whiff. Good height, unfortunately, just to the right.
Oh, that's a little bit tough to swallow with Blake in such a good position. That's not a great putt from Alex there.
Here's Austin with the comebacker or the bogey dead center.
Yeah.
Doesn't miss 2 in a row.
So I'd rather miss birdie putts than par putts. Yeah.
Alex a little left, but that's in for the par.
We still haven't got to Blake.
Oh no!
Connor bogey as well. So
I'll say it again. We still haven't got to Blake.
So Blake here, he definitely wants the bird after a couple of bogeys in a row.
thank
Lovely.
you, Tree. And look
Square
where we
up
are.
again.
Back to 3 players at 12 down. Alex 4 back at 8 down as we move into hole 8. It's a 90-meter par 3. The drone is flying over an OB hazard area. So you want to throw your forehand, hanging it out, skipping it back in. You can take on the trees if you like, but take my word for it, there's no fairway. Everybody's taking this open gap over the OB.
Yeah, it's forehand all day.
Little skinny from Blake. That's checked up quite short. Not really in a good birdie position, but no penalties acquired.
You've got so much space to work with. That is a real miss from Blake, unfortunately.
Nice and
Nice
low
and
from
low.
Alex. You get big ground play. Almost skipping it in.
I have seen a couple of aces on this hole. It's a good one to get. You can barely see the basket. All you hear is the big splash of chains.
Yeah, see, Austin's using all of the space.
Maybe too much.
Big swooping highs
Yeah.
from Austin.
It's
And
great.
Connor with a much more difficult tee shot going the... is he opting for the forehand?
Oh,
He's
he
going
is.
the forehand. I thought he might go the backhand, but good on him to go for the forehand with the Calvin Destroyer.
This looks nice.
Dude, this is like, what, the second forehand we've seen from Connor? Mate, throw more forehands.
That was
That
clean.
looks smooth.
He's got about an 8-meter putt for the birdie. Blake, I don't even know what this line is like from this position. Looks like he had to hyzer it through the gap and couldn't quite get it all the way there, but settled for the par.
Yeah.
Connor here from about 6 metres.
Oh,
Ashes it.
Yeah,
you
maybe
don't
a little
mind.
longer, actually.
Yeah,
That's,
actually, look at him walk it in.
strut it in, if you don't
yeah.
mind. Great work from Connor.
I do like the strut.
Very nice from Austin.
Austin jamming one home from an equal distance. So,
Mate,
two boys
how-
at 13. Blakey, the par's not going to get it done. He's settling at 12 down.
Oh,
that's-
okay. It's in. It's in. I was going to say, how often have we seen throughout this whole tournament Austin birdieing after a bogey?
I know, eh?
Mate,
Blake, I don't think he's old enough to buy beers, but he is shouting a beer frame there. Bergie, hole 9.
Yeah, this one's a really nice one. 120 metres, par 3. It's a boomer downhill. You just want to avoid that sand scrape on your right there, and you've got some OB that kind of runs along the left, around the basket. It's just a good fun hole thrown down a hill.
Absolutely. Oh, that's a bit skinny from Alex. That's going to need to hit something or it's going to find the OB.
Check up.
That's close.
Very close. He's got the spotter running, which you never like to see. If he's walked away, he knows he's safe.
Now, Austin's been very close to the green on a couple of occasions here.
I like this.
Just an FD3.
Really like this. Come on.
Great weight. Ooh, that was
short. Very short. Okay. Safe, though. He'll have a look outside circle 1. Connor.
Doors open for Connor.
Oh, yeah. I like the angle of this. Does it have the distance?
Just checking up short of C1, so not a bad drive.
Inbounds, I think.
These long downhill par 3s, you kind of want to play them 50 times like Blake and Connor have, I think. Get that muscle memory.
There goes that Raptor again.
This looks longer. Better length.
Go in.
Pretty good.
Just parked.
Parked it, mate.
Beautiful shot from Blake.
Definitely putting pressure on the other two now.
He's like, these holes are too easy. Here's Connor from distance. Sorry, Austin from distance.
Grimace. Oh, thank you very much. He's not grimacing there.
And don't run it in, mate.
Yeah. You make every other player on that card feel it.
Back-to-back birds.
Love it.
Aussie D wasting no energy getting on and off the green there. Here's Connor from range. Nice little straddle, a little to the right. Looked like he was a bit pinched off.
Yeah, maybe that branch and leaves a little bit in his line.
Look at Alex, so close to that OB flag, and cashes the birdie.
That's a great bird. Lovely putt. Well done,
He's just
Alex.
wondering why the spotter was running. He's like, mate, I knew I was in.
Settle down,
This is a birdie, mate. I've already chalked up a 2 on the card.
Connor here with just a little comebacker for his par.
Mate, these boys are definitely making me rethink my walk-in after a big putt. I like to get the little jog up, but no, I think I might just slow it all down a bit.
It's the fastest I've ever seen you move after you can a birdie putt, Paddy.
What's a walk-in?
Here's Blakey boy with the bird. And that brings us to the end of the front 9. Austin at 14 down, taking a 1-shot lead over Blake, who sits at 13, and Connor Donnelly also at 13. Alex gained a stroke or 2. He's at 10 down. So, boys, super, super tight. Make sure you join us for the back 9 coverage brought to you by Gatekeeper Media. And we are the Tee Off podcast doing the commentary. We'll be back, boys.
I'm so pumped. Who's going to win? It's crazy.
It's a roller coaster.
Far out.